just strictly one-on-one to their best receiver, and they just cannot hit it. All you can ask for, he flipped his hips, flipped his head. In football, and he was.
Hello, my brothers and sisters, and
college, and just about anybody.
Fans around all the world.
To this game as well.
Today is Sunday, September the 18th, and my 49ers end up beating Seattle 27-7. But we had suffered an injury to Trey Lance, out for the season. I believe a broken ankle. And let me see. Here, let me put the link in. So I just say, why do we, because we got a running quarterback, why did we put our running quarterback up the middle?
What's up, Corey?
Hey, John Jay.
I didn't see you. I didn't see you on my stream, man. You must have been busy.
Yeah, I've been looking for you. I was looking for my phone to say click and say, there go John Jay. Mm-hmm. But I didn't get no John Jay. I couldn't find John Jay.
Yeah, so like the game ended. The game ended early, so I went live a little bit earlier, and then I had Bryant, David, and Shifty.
Yeah,
and some guy who's a Seahawks fan. I'm not a big fan of him, but he was good. He behaved himself.
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
that's good. He normally does that.
I came on live with Jay in the Bay today.
Oh, you were on Jay in the Bay?
Yep.
Damn, I missed it. I'll rewatch it.
That must have been after me. I was live on Jay in the Bay too for a minute.
Oh man, that's cool.
I was like, why are we not letting Trey throw the ball? Why are we running him so much?
That's how I'm viewing it. Why'd we even call that play? Mm-hmm. I mean, use the man's legs to extend plays and make it, be a thorn in the side of the defense like Kyler Murray and Russell Wilson's done to us so many times.
Mm-hmm. So here's a stat that I wanted to double check. So Trey Lance had 13 carries week 1, and then he had 4 carries before the end of the first quarter. So basically, technically, 5 quarters. Trey Lance was carrying the ball 3.4 times per quarter, which is not something you want to do. So let's say Trey Lance was able to go 17 games, and all those runs. Kyle was going to overwork this kid, and you saw what happened. He broke his ankle, not because he wanted to, but your quarterback throws the ball, your running backs run the football.
Yeah.
Your wide receivers are pass catchers, but he uses his wide receivers to run the football. And I'm starting to worry about Debo, because Debo had another game. Debo had 8 carries and he had 4 carries. So he has 12 carries in 2 games. So that's something that's very, very worry. And I don't know why Kyle insists on running the football all the time. And the only reason why I think that is I think that Trey Lance really does have accuracy issues. and it's just sad that your head coach does not have so much confidence. And now I cannot believe I'm going to say this because I've been saying this all along. I think Mac Jones was the real selection, and I don't think I think the Niners caved in the final second, and that's it. Let's take the quarterback that the fans want. And I saw Mac Jones today. He played really, really good. Now we'll see what Mac Jones can do the rest of the season, but I don't know anymore. I don't know the direction of this team. I see dark days. I'm calling it right now.
But one thing I was like I said on Jay on the Bay show, and I said to 90 News calling about in the time, and I said I hate that Trey got hurt, but I'm glad that we signed Jimmy as our backup. Because right now, if we didn't have Jimmy as our backup, will we have Nate Stufffield back there?
You're not lying, though. I mean, Nate Sudfeld got cut over Brock Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not saying much for him.
Mm-hmm.
And he ended up on Nate Sudfeld's on the Lions right now.
Yep. And the Lions won today.
Hey, I picked them.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it's the NFL. Like, that's the reason why it's hard. Now, I will say this. Week 1, I had the Giants winning. And then week 2, I had the Giants winning. Because I felt the Titans were overrated. And I still think the Panthers are way overrated. Now they got against the Cowboys. It's a divisional matchup. And the only reason why I care about the Giants is because, YTC. But I think that there's a possibility that their 2 game that they have, they're going to be humbled next week. So now I could be wrong, but I've been right so far. But anyway, let's not talk about the Giants.
And everybody else in the NFC West is 1-1.
Yeah, so basically everyone is 1-1. The Cardinals won barely. The Rams were playing a trash team, and the Seahawks look so bad. Now, I want to say this because, I live in the Bay Area. It was raining in the city, but in the first quarter and a half, there was sunlight at the stadium. But around the fourth quarter, the rain finally moved into Santa Clara. So maybe that's why Jimmy and the offense were having issues because it started raining. And I do think maybe this team does not know how to play in the rain.
So, when it comes to the Rams, they were playing the garbage Falcons, but the Falcons actually were coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, this is late in the fourth quarter. Marcus Mariota throws a pass over to the middle. I didn't see to what wide receiver. Wide receiver has it. He's right on the goal line, about to score a touchdown, and Ramsey takes the ball from him and takes off with it. So the Rams were literally
lucky
that close to losing this game.
Yep. Oh, I didn't see the game. I was so. But I was Raiders messed up. I'm like, man, Raiders, y'all messed up. Y'all could have beat the Cardinals, and then we would see AZ at 0-2. Oh, you've been pissed all the way.
Yep. Anyway.
Hey, I've been saying the Raiders head coach is garbage. I've been saying that. And that's kind of proof he didn't finish the game.
I don't like his record. Like he had an 8-8 record, and then he had a 3-9 record when he got fired. So he won 11 games, and he lost 17. He still has 11 wins because he hasn't won yet. Now he has 19 losses, so he has a losing record as a head coach. Now, again, it's early in the year, but the Raiders are never going to be what they were because Al Davis and his son are very boneheaded. They don't really know what they're doing. They drafted an offensive line player last year. They cut him, and now that person is with that offensive line player is with the Bears. He's only 23 years old. It shows you how dumb they are.
Yeah. Did you get to see the game, David? 49 game? Did you get to watch it?
Nope. They were showing the Texans and the Broncos. And I'm looking at the Broncos like I sure hope they're still struggling like this next week.
Mm-hmm. But now the Texans are a team that's rebuilding, and they look really good. Now this year, I don't think they're going to be really good, but I think if they commit to Lovie Smith, if they develop Davis Mills, they have a running back from the Gators, Florida Gators, and they're slowly developing a good team. And they drafted a lot of quality players, So,
Oh, he's down.
Yeah, be down.
You seeing that play?
Mm-hmm.
Knees down, ball's about 8 inches out of the end zone.
oh man.
Anyway, we're talking about the Bears are coming back on the Packers.
Oh no. I know all the Bears fans are gonna be so happy, like TOP Jonah. Oh,
well,
man.
I mean, if the Bears even make this a game, then they're better than we thought they were, and they beat us. Damn it! But I mean, the Giants, they're 2-0, but you never know, right?
Yeah. Also, you saw what the Niners did, and our only penalty should not have been called. There was contact, but we technically should have had 0 penalties. Yeah. The Seahawks, I think they had like 7 or 8 penalties. So it really shows you when you have penalties, bad defensive coverage, and Geno Smith looked horrible, like literally horrible. So I don't know what happened from last week to this week, but what's up, J Mouse?
Hey, J Mouse, how you doing?
Yep. Trey, yeah.
If you'd like to come on, J Mouse, you can.
Yeah, hop on, J Mouse.
The link is
hang
in
out
the
with
chat.
the cool 49er crowd, especially with the GOAT, Corey. I gotta get me one of those like headsets that Corey has. I don't know how much they cost.
I can't remember what I bought.
Jeez, I'm brokish. All my YouTube money goes to my bills, which is barely nothing. But
AJ Mouse is coming. Let's see.
Sup?
Hey.
Long time no see, man. What's up?
I'm good. Man, Trey got hurt. I was really sad.
And that's why you don't put too much trust on a quarterback year 1.
Yeah.
Don't worry, J Mouse. You're the youngster, man. You're still learning.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of us are OGs. We've seen a lot of 49er games.
It's Jimmy's team now, so we gotta see how he does.
Yep.
Well, that's the thing is Jimmy. I was saying last year should have played with this fire in his belly because they picked his replacement, and I'm thinking maybe he was thinking in his mind, this kid's not my replacement. There's no way he's gonna beat me out. And then this year they hand the team the keys to the sports car, and Jimmy was like, okay, I'm gonna look for another team. Then he has no trade value. No one wants him. So we luckily end up signing him back. That's how I'm looking at it at this point, hours later. And now he's got that fire under his belly because he realizes that the Niners want Trey Lance to be the future. So I honestly want to see Jimmy do something this year that screams, I am a starting quarterback in the NFL. Mm-hmm. This is what I want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we gotta pray that Jimmy don't get hurt.
I know, because like Brock Purdy,
Brock
Purdy was mystery relevant, and his days in Iowa State, I think it was Iowa State.
Yeah, Iowa State. Yeah, he played.
And he has the intangibles, like that's not a bad school. That's a Big Ten school. Of course, they're not like Ohio State, Michigan, Michigan State's, University of Iowa, or Wisconsin, but they're in the Big Ten for a reason. They're playing quality competition. And Brock Purdy has some really good games. It's just that he's a true project, meaning that can he become a starter? We don't know. Can he be developed into an NFL pro? Then that's what you have to do. So, yeah, Jimmy cannot get hurt, because if Jimmy gets hurt anytime during the year, season's over. And again, this is one thing I hate about Jed York, and he has to understand. Listen, if you have another losing season, that's 4 losing seasons in 6 years, man. What does it have to take for you to realize that maybe Kyle is the problem? Like today, like I've always had my reservations with Kyle, but now today it really showed me. And I can't believe I'm going to say this. I don't like Grant Cohen, but this guy asked Kyle Shanahan a serious question. He said, "What, you want me trade to run on like a 3rd and short or a 2nd and short?" What? Because I know Kyle and Grant, they have a very bad relationship, but you don't answer a question like that. All you do is just answer his question. Don't show your feelings, and it really shows you that you call the play, your quarterback gets hurt.
Yeah.
So,
what I don't get with Kyle is that he makes these quarterback draw plays that don't make sense, and that's why Trey got hurt, because he did that stupid QB draw play on, I think, on 3rd down. So then Trey got injured in the leg, and he had to get carted off.
yeah. So basically, like what it was reported first, like 10 minutes before I go on, Adam Schefter says he's out for the year. Then it was confirmed by Kyle Shanahan that he broke a bone, and it's not like if you break the bone in your finger, any bone that's outside your hands needs to be basically, you got to fix it and you have to rehab it. So, and that's to take time. Now tomorrow when the MRI comes out, I feel it's going to be like an Achilles. No, not an Achilles. What happened to Tarvarius Moore last year?
He got an Achilles.
I got a feeling it's an Achilles. I think he tore up the Achilles bone or tendon, and that's a 1 year. So, because
ultimately you got to figure. So, me having a similar thing happen to my wrist, that was very catastrophic, and they literally had to set all my bones. They let those heal for 4 weeks. Then they cut that cast off. They went in and did a surgery that, that relocated all my tendons and ligaments. And then and then they actually put pins in it. Then, they let that heal for 6 weeks. And then I went back in for another surgery because it needed a little bit of cleanup again. And they had to pull the pins out. And one of the pins actually got stuck because it woke me up. Like, the surgery was in progress and it was stuck. Like it was like my bone grew around it or something like that. So when they were pulling it out, it was so painful. It actually woke me up. This is a story I haven't told many people. Yep.
Yeah.
Are you guys still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
But yeah, the doctor was surprised to see me awake. I was surprised to be awake. I was like, get the thing out already, man. I can feel that.
I mean, Jimmy, he came in. He had a good drive when he came in. So I'll credit Jimmy for that. He had a good drive that led to a touchdown.
Okay, who on offense stood out to y'all?
Jeff Wilson had a few carries that were good. Ty Davis Price had a 20-yard run, but I think Jimmy, because he played pretty well. He came into the game when Trey got hurt and led a touchdown drive. So Jimmy did well. I think he did well on offense. So I'll go with Jimmy.
Yeah, he was 62% passing, and again, when I was watching that game, there was a lot of throws that were like batted down because that middle of the line is bad. That is bad. Brendel, I don't know what he was doing, but he bobbled the ball. Luckily, Ross Dwelly was smart and picked it up. They lost a yard, which lost them a down because if they would have got some positive yards, they would probably went for it and pinned them back. And then that's what cost that 7 points. He did throw 155 passing yards, so that's pretty good. Yes, he has not played with the team the entire training camp, so Jimmy's not going to look good next week. I'm calling it right now. It will probably have to wait till what's the game? What's that game? The Rams game. Because remember, it takes time. He needs 2 weeks to get ready. That's why training camp is 6 weeks. 2 weeks to get ready before you play actual games. So, yeah, he did have a passing touch. It was a good touchdown. Like a lot of people say he can't throw the deep ball, but when you look at where he's standing and where the first down line is, and when the receivers are catching the ball, it's 15 to 20 yards. Like that's not that bad for any quarterback. A 15, 20-yard window to complete the pass. Now, has he thrown a ball past 20-plus yards? Very rare, but he does that job very well, which is really good. 15 to 20 yards, chunk plays down the field is really good. You don't want to throw the ball 80 yards all the time. And then, of course, he did run for a touchdown, but that was a garbage touchdown because they already won the game. So we should have won 27-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I know, Dave, you didn't get to see the game, so.
So
I know it kind of sucks, but so Jeff Wilson Jr. 18 carries for 84 yards, 4.7 average. That's pretty good. TDP, he 14 carries for 33 yards, 2.4. He didn't necessarily do anything impressive. Maybe he was banging a lot of short yardage. I didn't see the game. Wide receivers, I don't see anything that stands out. Ayuk had 5 catches for 63 yards. That was our best receiver.
mm-hmm.
When it comes to the defense, Nick Bosa getting 2 sacks. And I mean, being triple teamed pretty much the whole game. I mean, that guy is just impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Hufanga, 6 tackles, and, he's all over the place, tipping that interception to Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the guy, I remember all offseason, I was saying, what's wrong with Hufanga being the starting QB? And there were a few other content creators that were just like, nah, Hufanga ain't it. It's like, well, what do you have to say to that now?
Well, no disrespect to the content creators, but USC, the college that he went to, they play in the Pac-12. California and Stanford. I'm not a Stanford fan. I was able to see them 3 times a year. So in 2018 and 2019, I got to see him. In 2020, he didn't have his traditional junior season, but I saw him play 4 different times, and one of the times was live, and this guy was a ball hawk. Also, a lot of people, again, and then Steezy said that he's Tongan, but again, they're all Polynesian, that Samoan, culture. And I have a lot of Samoan friends. Samoans are huge in the West Coast. If you don't live in the West Coast and you don't have at least one Samoan friend, I'm not sure where you're living in the West Coast, but Samoan. What's up, Jay? But I have a few hundred friends. Well, a few of them, but their family is huge. So I know about 100 Samoan people in my life. They're the most nicest, great people, but they're hard workers. They're tough, and they're good people. They don't take anything lightly. They don't take nothing. They're really good people. One of my friends who was a childhood friend of mine, this is a true story. His name was Sua, Samoan name, Sua. and he had a name like Ufunga, like one of those like difficult names to pronounce. He was a top middle school, high school basketball, but he was also a good football player. Family did not come from money, and he went to the community college where I went to, City College of San Francisco, and then he transferred to a Division III Ohio, no, not Ohio, a small Idaho school, and had a really good 3 years there, graduated, but again, never ever got. So that was a good buddy of mine. I knew like 3 football players from my high school, good people. One of them, big dude, just imagine a guy who was like 5'10", like The Rock, and a little bit of a belly. Nice dude, the nicest dude. He would pick up your backpack for you. If you were in the band, he would pick up your instrument for you. He was the nicest dude, and so sweet. And when people picked on him, he hated the fight, but when he had to defend himself, he really felt bad. And he would always tell me, "I hate fighting. I don't like to fight. I'm a nice dude." I said, "Don't worry, man. Like we're all brothers, man. We got your back." We met his family, and his mother was like the most strictest woman ever. She scared the daylights out of me. Oh, this is one of your friends? Nice to meet you. She was a very intimidating lady. And basically, the husband always had like these 2 guys who were his cousins. Like this, it was like the security. Man, you felt the scariest thing like that. But they were nice people. Nice people.
Jane Bay, if you'd like, come on. The link is in the chat.
So, yeah, Talanoa Ufunga, this guy will probably be the next defense, well, besides Bosa, but in the next 3 years, will get a big contract by the 49ers down the road. So,
yeah, my offensive player was Wilson, and then my defensive player would have been Hufanga.
mm-hmm. Oh man, another day. So, yeah, tomorrow I'm doing my Monday reaction. Yep. Well, I'm gonna do a little bit later because I'm gonna be like, to be serious. Like I know over there at Giants Nation and YTC, they're always goofing. But my friend went to school in Sacramento State. He's a Raider fan, so his fiance/wife had friends who went to that school with them. That's where he met his wife, and they're going to his house. They're going to be here this morning to say, "Yo, dude, I don't want to be around, a lot of ladies. So if you want to hop on and hang out," I say, "Yo, why not, man? Why not?" So I'm going to meet some wonderful ladies. And he showed me the picture. Some of them are like, "Look, I'm not saying they're fat, but they got that heavy, like
Thick.
that word."
Thick.
And a few of them are nice looking ladies. So, why not? I am a very social person, male or female. I love talking to people. I love talking to people.
Ain't nothing wrong with thick, John Jay. I'm telling you.
No, hey, I grew up. Hey, this is true. People don't believe me. I grew up in the project. Like, if you've never been to the Cow, hey, Corey Davis, do you know the Cow Palace?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I live right there. I'm not gonna tell you where, but I live right next to it is that area called Sunnydale. Tough area. So I was like a light-skinned dude growing up, and a lot of the girls, were growing up. They were thick, nice black girls, good. And of course, yes, they are like that. I have no issues with that. Now, some people get mad at me, again, I may be a little bit messed up, like I try my best not to be, like mean, but yeah, I do, judge, people's looks, and I shouldn't do that. So, but yeah, so I really don't care, I personally don't care. But I get to hang out with my boy. I get to tease him. Yo, you didn't beat the Cardinals. Don't talk about you lost to the Bears. Oh man, good people.
Yep.
Good people.
Now my worries is, like I said, I'm worried about Jimmy.
Yeah.
I'm glad, that we haven't still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'm just like afraid if he get hurt, that's it.
Yeah, I think next year, whenever the season ends, whatever happens next year, if the season ends in week 18, or say we lose in the wild card round, or lose in the divisional round, or lose in the, or somehow whatever, whenever the season ends, Jed York has to address the media and the future of his team when the season ends, because
Yeah.
Jed York learned from Harbaugh and Bulky that he did not want that. He tried to bring in a yes man in Tom Sula, and he learned that the players did not want to play for him. Then Chip Kelly was the dumbest mistake. The guy got fired in less than 3 weeks. We hired him.
Yep.
And that was a disaster. So Jed York realized, all right, the Bulky, bad general manager. So he brought in Kyle first. And who did Kyle say? He got a suggestion from his father to bring in John Lynch. And John Lynch, I remember 24 hours before he went to the Niners, he says, I'm coming back to the 2017 Fox team. And 24 hours later, breaking news, during Colin Cowherd show, when I used to watch Colin Cowherd, which I don't anymore. Breaking news, after John Lynch signs a verbal agreement with the Fox company to do Sunday football, he's leaving and going to the Niners. So I think whatever happens, I think Jed York either has to hire a team executive, someone who works with ownership and can work with Kyle and John, who can be objective, or say, you know what, hey Kyle, I'm going to put full control on how the team is put together. You're not going to have no more. All you're going to be able to do is the coaches, and you put more pressure on John Lynch, and you give John Lynch a higher title, maybe like the San Francisco Giants. Like, we have a team operator who's in charge of, and it has like assistant scouts people that manage the San Francisco Giants, and I think then they put Adam Peters as the general manager, and he's something like a team executive. Because again, Kyle, I lost respect for Kyle today. Like 17 carries in 5 quarters for Trey Lance, 17 carries, and he broke his ankle. And Trey Lance is not fast. He's not fast. Like, he can run, but he said something last week. These NFL players on the defense are bigger, faster, stronger. And Trey Lance is learning he does not have the same speed when he was in North Dakota. And I'm starting to doubt my scouting. And Trey Lance is extremely raw. He's extremely raw. Extremely raw. I think he should have went back to school for the 2021 season to get more playing time. But so it's Jimmy's team. It's Jimmy's team. You support him. I don't care what's going on in Twitter. You support him no matter what.
Yeah. I'll be rooting for Jimmy. I root for the 49ers. That's all I do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, root for the 49ers.
Yeah. Because all the, like, that's one thing I don't like. I don't want a Twitter because I don't want to waste my time. But the stuff that I'm reading, because I call it Niners Twitter, but basically it's just the threads of the 49ers, San Francisco 49ers, what people are saying. And the stuff that people are saying, you have people who like Jimmy Garoppolo say, I told you. Then you have people who like Trey, conspiracy, Shanahan, forced them to get hurt. And then, of course, like, I don't want to bring up his name. Grant Cohen had the nerve to say, I wish Jimmy gets hurt. It's like, no, now you're going way too far. You're showing your hatred towards Jimmy by you saying that. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And his fans are like, you're right, Grant. And like, I've lost respect for some of the 49er fan base today. And I don't like to play this card, but in my personal life, I say this: if you're someone who's an outsider who does not live in the Bay Area, or you don't live in the region where it's Niners country, and you have these weird opinions. Maybe you should be the team of the region that you're on. I don't know. And again, I don't want to be like, don't be a 49er fan. Like, I know people can choose their teams that they want to root for, but it's just
They're already advertising us against the Broncos Sunday night, buddy.
Yeah.
because
So what? Okay, what worries you about the Broncos? What's scary?
What scares me is the first two games they haven't got it together yet. And I honestly think that they're a better football team than they're showing. So I'm wondering if they're going to get it together for us.
You know what? Let me do my segment that I'm going to do tomorrow by the numbers of the Broncos. Let me pull up the information first.
I mean, those guys are right now. They're not looking like a well put together football team.
All right, let me go. My favorite segment by the numbers. ESPN says Niners Lance broke ankle will undergo surgery yet. All right, let's go by the numbers. Let's see if I can find it. So 16-9. All right, Davis Mills. 19 for 38. So bad pass completion. 177 yards, no touchdowns, no interception, but he was sacked 3 times. QBR of 20.1. Passer rating 63.2. Russell Wilson, by the numbers, 14 for 31. That is less than 50%. 219 yards. He was sacked 3 times by a Texans defense. Net yards for Russell Wilson, 201. So his net yards, that is not good. 45.8 QBR, 66. Just a little bit better than Davis Mills. But Russell Wilson is a top elite. All right. But Russell Wilson is an elite quarterback. So that is not looking good. All right. Houston run game, 18 carries, 80 yards, no touchdowns. All right. So Denver, 31 carries, 149 yards, no touchdowns, just 5 yards per carry. Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon had the 25 of the 31 carries. They had a combined of 122 yards. All right, so their longest run was, so between both of them, the longest run was a 17-yard run by Javonte Williams. So they're running the football, but again, this is the Houston Texans. All right. Cortland Sutton had a good game, 7 catches, 122 yards, no touchdowns. He had a 35-yard grab. All right. Brandon Cooks had 4 catches for 54 yards. All right. Houston, Davis Mills fumbled the ball twice, but the Broncos were not able to cover. So this is by the numbers. Now we go to the defense. All right. Let's see the team. So let's look at the team numbers. 43 total tackles, 3 sacks, 5 tackles for loss, 6 pass deflections, and 7 quarterback hits. So they pressured. These are by the numbers, 10 times. 10 times. So they were able to get Russell Wilson 10 times. So that's the defense. And the only interception was from Christian Kirksey. So technically, when you look at the numbers, by the numbers, both offenses did not do well. The run game for the Broncos did pretty good, but the defense of Houston played really, really well. So what does that mean by the numbers? If Houston is able to do that, and if Russell Wilson plays like that again, I don't like to do predictions, but Russell Wilson next week is going to have a very, very tough night because we're playing Sunday Night Football. So I'm not going to predict the winner, but Russell Wilson's going to have a rough day against our defense.
So this also brings up a question, and it might be I don't honestly expect you guys to answer it, but is Russell Wilson a system QB?
Well, during his early days, they had the Legion of Boom. They had Marshawn Lynch. When the Legion of Boom retired, all right. So when the Legion of Boom, when some of them left, some of them retired, and when Marshawn Lynch retired, what's the word I'm looking for? Russell Wilson became a passing quarterback. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm wondering if he's a product of Pete Carroll's system. You know, he's in a new system and he ain't looking hot.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Jimmy Garoppolo.
Knock on wood.
Jimmy Garoppolo, 100 passer rating, 61% QBR. He was sacked one time for 0 yards. That is weird. So I don't know why they didn't credit that as a tackle. 7.3 yards average. Almost 12 yards a completion. And almost 7 yards per attempt. Okay, so that's Jimmy Garoppolo's by the numbers. Okay, the 49ers, 100, almost 200 yards on the ground. Last week we had like 171 something yards. I think the run game with that horrible line.
You're supposed to be the one.
Geez, all these pop-ups for whatever reason. I think the offensive line is like better when we run the football, because when it comes to passing the football, Aaron Banks, Burford, and Brendel are not good. So yeah. So Deebo Samuel in the last 2 games is averaging 6 carries a game, and he's averaging 111 yards, so almost 56 rushing yards a game. Sheesh. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I think Deebo next year will be our 3rd leading receiver because I think he's going to be running the football a lot. But again, these are just the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And Brendel fumbled the football twice, and he recovered one of them. And Ross Dwelly, yep.
How many times did Brendel fumble?
2 times.
2 times.
He recovered one, so he got the ball back. And then, so I missed the second fumble. I saw the first one. And Ross Dwelly picked up the second one when they're at the goal line. And that's why they got 7 points. Brendel did not botch the snap. Anyway.
I'm willing to bet that I might actually bet money on Brunskill starting next week.
If he's healthy.
You know, Shanahan hates fumbles. Hates them.
Oh, look at Nick Bosa. All right. So basically 4 total single tackles. 2 tackles for loss. So he had 6 tackles. So 2 tackles behind the line of scrimmage, 4 tackles past the line of scrimmage, 2 sacks, and 5 quarterback hits. So he was able to get Geno Smith by himself 7 times. So he's averaging 7 pressures a game. But Talanoa Ufunga, 6 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 2 pass deflections, and one of the pass deflections was the interception.
I'm telling you, I like the kid, man, big time.
Yeah.
I saw it last year when he was playing special teams. He's just has a knack for being in the right place at the right time, and you can't coach that.
Nope. Yeah, Ufanga's is tearing it up out there. He's out there reading them plays. And I hopefully next season when we trade Lance come back that they let him throw the ball more. This is why I didn't want to see him running the ball a lot. I wanted Trey to be like almost like Russell Wilson. Throw first, and then if he had to scramble, he had to run, he had to, do that, then do that, run. But I didn't want them to use him. I didn't want Kyle to use Trey like Lamar Jackson.
Well, Lamar Jackson misses time from injury from running the ball. But when it comes down to it, I don't think Kyle Shanahan's going to use him like that again.
I hope not.
Oh, you know who they're showing Sunday Night Football? They're showing Russell Wilson and Deebo Samuel. They should show like Nick Bosa and Russell Wilson. But yeah, man, I mean, Nick Bosa, he's getting double, triple teamed the whole game, and he 7 quarterback hits, 7 pressures. That's insane.
Yeah. So, yeah, and at the end of the day, like, now, I don't want to make any assumptions, but where I live, our politics are very different than everywhere else. But Nick Bosa, when he got drafted, something was leaked out that he supported the former president. And again, I don't want to say this, but I think there's a really big disagreement with the front office of the NFL. Maybe they, just like everything, like every corporation, they lean more towards different politics. And I think they do that because that's just what it is. But Nick Bosa is a really good player. Now, you should not judge him for his beliefs. Like, again, I know some people, in the term liberal, conservative, all that stuff, I don't think people are that. I think some people just use those monikers because they want to use that. But I don't care what your beliefs are, not just in politics, but in general. I think you should always keep that privately. If someone asks you something like that, you just say, I'm a football player. I play football. I get paid to play football. I just want to, show the support for whatever the cause is, that they should stand up for whatever they want to do. I'm a football player. But too many athletes are being so much opinionated about their beliefs, and it happens a lot in the NBA. That's why, it happens on YTC streams. They get very political over there. I don't know why they do that, and I hate that. But the point is like, people don't want to watch that because they want to watch sports to be entertained. They want to watch TV shows to be entertained. They want to watch movies and music that entertains them. They don't want to listen hidden messages about views about a certain topic, about anything. And that's what people hate. They always put out, these football fans are like, evil. No, we're not. It's just we don't want to talk about stupid stuff. What's up, Tiara?
Yo.
Hey, Tiara.
What's up?
Yeah. Congratulations on beating the Raiders.
Yep.
I gotta go visit my friend because he has a little breakfast with some of his friends from college, and I was texting him. I said, "Yo, how does it feel to lose to the Cardinals?" He said, "Hey, you lost to the Bears."
I didn't.
Oh man, yeah, Raider fans, I love him. He's like a brother, good person. But when it comes to his team, he is delusional. Cardinals, God, they rigged the refs, blah 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 blah. Dude. So I went
Bro,
to talk to him more.
I don't want to hear that, bro. They're gonna make a case for those referees, but did they not see that stupid bullshit false start on the Raiders on that last drive? I don't want to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Cardinals won. That's what matters.
Yeah.
Don't care if it's ugly.
You
It's
can't
a
review.
W.
You can't review any more plays. It's over. We won. Fuck you guys.
Raider fans were like, "We're gonna win. We're so great."
You guys are 0-2, and this was supposed to be your year, so screw off. All right.
Hey, I called it. I think the Raiders are going to be at the bottom of the division. I don't know their record, but I think they're going to be still at the bottom. They might have 7, maybe 8 victories because I still think that's a very, very tough division. Someone has to finish at the bottom. I think the Broncos, even though they got Russell Wilson, I think they're going to be above the Raiders, and I think the Chargers will be right. I still think the Chiefs are still the team. I think they're still the team. They came back on Thursday Night Football when they were trailing 17-7, and they won 27-17. So, and they don't have Tyreek Hill. So,
Thank you, Tyreek Hill, for those 42 points in fantasy.
Yep. Now, if Tua can continue to do what he did against the Ravens, then I'll stop trashing him. But until then, he did beat the Ravens, a good team, but there's 15 more games. So we'll see.
Yep.
So maybe Tua will be better than Mac Jones. I don't know.
He already is, in my opinion.
Jeez. I saw Mac Jones today. That was the only game they showed locally, which is weird because they're in the East Coast. And Mac Jones was dropping dimes. He was hitting his receivers. You know, he ran the football. He ran the football like Justin Fields. Now, he's not fast as Justin Fields, but he got first down. He slid. Maybe I was wrong about Mac Jones. Maybe I was wrong. So now the Steelers, Trubisky does not fit that system. I was watching Trubisky. Everything he was throwing was to Najee Harris, a lot of short stuff. Or maybe the Patriots defense was giving Trubisky a hard time to stretch the field. But Trubisky did not look good. The fans were saying, Kenny Pickett. They were like chanting for Kenny Pickett.
Well, when it comes to Trubinsky, I mean, he has his weaknesses, and Belichick will take advantage of every weakness he can.
Yep. I was shocked that it was like 3 minutes left and the Browns were winning 30-17. There was like 3 minutes left. I said, all right, the Browns won. Then after the 49ers game started, I saw the score, and they scored 2 touchdowns in the last 3 minutes and 47 seconds. Sheesh. Man, any given Sunday, like football is never what it's supposed to be.
See, right now, like I'm 8 out of 6 of my picks.
Yeah. So that's about it.
Yeah, I'm 8 out of 6 of my picks right now.
I might upload next week the win and loss record and see how I do, because like I've been doing pretty good. Like I wasn't perfect, but you know I'm doing really good. So I'm gonna upload it Friday, so I won't be able to predict the Thursday game. So
David, how did TRL go?
probably he's busy. Yeah, I'm not gonna be on too long, Corey, because I gotta have some dinner. I gotta be up early. So
David.
Yo.
How did you do
I'm
on
here.
picks?
Right now I have 4 losses. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 losses. 2 games to go.
Okay.
How
Yeah,
you doing?
I got 8 out of 6. So 8 wins and 6 losses.
Hey, that's like so my 4 losses are the Jets and the Browns. I picked the Browns.
Yep.
The Steelers and the Patriots. I picked the Steelers. And then the
Yep.
Colts and the Jags. I mean, the Colts freaking a goose egg, dude. Who saw that coming?
Yep.
But then I also picked the Bengals to beat the Cowboys, but the Bengals, I think, are suffering from the Super Bowl loss hangover.
Yep. I picked the Bengals to win too. And plus, what I thought without they lost their quarterback, and I'm like, okay, Dallas ain't gonna win this game. And then who else I picked? And then I picked Baltimore, and then Miami won that one.
I mean, there were 4 more that could have been losses, but they ended up somehow pulling out the victory.
Yeah.
You know, the Broncos against the Texans, the Cardinals against the Raiders, the Fins against the Ravens, dude. That was a 35-14. That was a good comeback.
And I picked Washington over Detroit and lost. Detroit won. I said, man, why didn't I pick Detroit? I was gonna go pick Detroit, and I was like, nah, let me go with Washington.
Well, I picked Detroit because I mean they're better than they were last year.
Mm-hmm.
And you know the Commies have a good defense, but their offense is still a big question mark.
Yeah.
I guess YTC on my other device, I was listening to his stream, and he said that he's coming over here. So we'll give him a minute, though. But, yeah, I mean, I did a lot better in week 1. 8-7-1 on week 1.
Somebody here, let me see. What's this thing? Who's this?
Hey, there's TOP. What up, buddy?
Good win today, y'all. Yep, it's a good win.
Man, but yeah, John Jay talking about Nick Bosa. Dude, that guy is a beast. If he don't get like all pro first team this year, there's something wrong with the league.
Yeah.
Broncos next week. They got, oh man, we got Russell Wilson. Hopefully he still hasn't figured it out, like I said.
Yep. They got to wait till always Sunday night for that one. So I got to see him watch other games. Damn.
Got to play against DJ Jones, though.
Yep. So I'm Tuesday. I want to see the NFC West show. I know they're gonna be clowning.
Oh man, yeah, Squabble last week. That guy,
Yeah.
freaking had his non-alcohol fucking non-alcohol champagne and his cigar that he wasn't lighting. This week, I'm going to be interested to see what he has to say. CG's going to be all over him.
Yeah, I was wondering. But I was kind of hoping the Rays would beat Arizona. I was like, man, because I wanted to see AZ.
Wig out.
Yep, you've been.
Yeah. Mike, the AZ sports fan. I wanted to see him wig out too, but I honestly think it's not a bad thing them getting a victory.
Yep.
But the Seahawks said that they're destined to be in the basement. That they better get used to it, because they're going to be there a few years.
Now, who you think gonna win out of? Cause they play Atlanta next in Seattle.
When do we play?
Atlanta and Seattle play next Sunday.
I don't know who Seattle plays.
They play in Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta
Yeah.
in Seattle.
Yep.
Well, considering Atlanta almost just beat the Rams. I mean, seriously, I was watching the highlights, and Mariota throws a pass to a wide receiver. He catches it. He's literally at the half the quarter yard line. The goal line's right there, and Ramsey takes the ball away and takes off with it. So if that wide receiver holds onto that ball and just falls in the end zone, the Falcons would have went up. And I think there was I don't think there was enough time on the clock. I think it was under a minute for the Rams to drive down and score. But the Falcons would have went up at that point. So I think the Rams are not playing their best football yet.
YTC. See her.
YTC?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, what's going down? Yeah, I ended the stream.
But yeah, I think the Rams are not far from playing their best football, and they are 100% beatable, just like every other team.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of the Rams, I put them as my thumbnail. Yeah. This week.
YTC's in the building. What's up, dude?
Yeah. Yeah, I just finished wrapping up that stream. Yeah, I uploaded my pick'em videos before I hopped on here, so yeah, I got it uploaded to my channel.
Yep. Yeah, Grant Cohen.
TOP, if you're still here, who do the Bears have next week?
Texans, which I picked the Bears to win. I picked the Bears to win that 121.
I'm not sure about the Texans because when you were over there,
I'll take the Bears to rebound next week as well. I took the Bears as well.
We did buy the numbers, and the Bears, not the Bears. Texas defense did pretty good. We did buy the numbers.
I mean, I expected it to be low scoring because both defenses are good on general principle. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
Davis Mills did pretty better than Russell Wilson in the pass completion, which is wrong.
Yeah. But for me, I'm still going to take the Bears to rebound. They have the home field advantage, and yeah, I think they'll rebound next week. Give the home field advantage to them, in Chicago.
Did you hear about Trey Lance?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Trey Lance. Yeah, he tore his ankle. Yeah, he's out for the year. Prayers, nothing but prayers for him.
Yeah. So basically, Grant Cohen's no accountability video in 3 hours got 15K views.
God damn.
Instant analyze of the 49ers got 20K views and 32K
God
views of the Trey Lance getting injured. See? Everyone's all complaining. Yep. And again,
hello, Kurt. Oh.
What's up?
Hey.
But yeah, I mean, next week it's the Broncos,
and the week after is the Rams. But we own the Rams. Even this is before McVay, and we've owned them for whatever the reason. I want to pull up the information. Okay. The last time the Rams owned us was in the 60s, the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and 2010s. We've owned them.
Yeah, but the Rams fans will come back with, "We won the game that matters."
Of course. They will say that.
But then
Of
they
course
also
they will.
played the Bengals. They didn't play the Chiefs or the Bills.
I mean,
So
oh yeah. Also, this is the first time the Niners won at home against Seattle, so congrats to that too. Since 2018, I saw the stat line. Yeah,
yep.
first home win since 2018.
Our last win against them was Week 17 of 2019. Win the division and take number 1 seed. Dre Greenlaw tackling that dude at the quarter-yard line.
All right, so in the 1980s, Niners were 13-8. And then,
Right.
so in the 80s, in the 90s, we destroyed them 17-3. In the 2000s, of course, in the early years, they had Kurt Warner and the best show on turf. No one could beat those teams. But
Yeah.
it was tied 10-10. In the 2010s, we were 12-7-1, but after Harbaugh, we were really bad. And then in 2020s, we're 4-1. What's that loss? That 4-1 was that NFC Championship.
By 3 points.
It says right here, playoff 2021, Rams 1-0, Rams 20-7, and right here 75-68-3. So we have a 7.
Well, I had to use my old tags for this week, for week 3 last year.
NFC
Hopefully my
Championship
video
game,
goes up.
playoff game. The Rams came back from a 17-7 deficit in the fourth quarter.
Stick to formula. Back to formula, but yeah.
All right.
Yep.
But yeah, I had you guys winning this week as well for the. I'm
3.
revealing one of my other picks. I think you guys will beat the Broncos for sure. But Jimmy's starting now.
Yeah, in 2018 was the only time they beat us twice because everybody was hurt that year.
Yeah, I'm kind of having to change my mind about the 49 Denver game too. I had when I did like in the beginning of the year before the season started.
Well, so far I'm 9-4. Yeah, I'm 9-5 in Pick'em so far. By the way, since the Pick'em show earlier this week. So far I'm 9-5.
Yeah.
I made a 6.
So basically, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in those 5 years, the greatest show on turf.
I remember write that on my book.
We tied.
Write this down.
We tied them in 2002 and 2003, but in 2000, 2001, and 2004,
Goddamn.
they swept us. But since then, from 05, they have never swept us. They have never swept us since 05.
The one team, they're 9-5. Yep, 9-5 in their record. So with the Vikings and Bills win tomorrow, I'll go 11-5.
So
I got 10-4, and I got the same teams picked.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll finish 11-5. I'll take that winning record to start on my first winning record. It was my second winning record.
It took.
It took what team?
Hold on, I'm killing them off right now. Hold on.
Okay.
Flying insects.
Gotcha.
All right, I got them.
I'm just playing some hockey. I'm just playing some hockey right now while
I
I'm
hate
getting you
moss.
guys. So yeah.
They eat your clothes. Little tiny little.
Moss?
They eat your clothes. That's why you either kill moss or make sure you don't get them because
those stains. I hate those. And it's that ashy smell it produces. That bad bacteria. I hate that as well.
No, a moth is a flying bug that.
Oh, moth! I thought you meant like moss, like out, like fucking grass or some shit.
Well, I don't care about moss. Yeah, moss. They eat your clothes. One time, my grandmother, before she passed away over 20-something years ago. What was I going to say? Before there was, the invention of, bug, pest control.
Bug spray, yeah, pest control, bug spray.
You had to get these mothballs that were made of a very
a chemical that kills them.
So she had mothballs. That's why she smelled so weird. So all her clothes were all wool, because she grew up in a very different era. All wool. Mm-hmm. But when she was a little girl, she said that one time she left a wool thing out, and where she comes from, she comes from Argentina. The moths are huge, and they're able to eat your clothes. Like, so when she came back, there was like a bunch of holes, and there was like 3 moths eating the thing. So that's why moths are like they may look like nothing, but that's the wing. But if you see a moth body, it's a scary thing.
Yeah. Cedric, if you like, come on in here. The link is in the chat.
Yeah.
Link us down there.
Alrighty.
Come on in here, Cedric.
So far, 20 views. All right, first minute, 20 views.
Oh man.
All right, my views blew over time on the pick'ems. That's why I'm happy with the pick. I'm surprised that Bears stream, not the Bears stream, the fucking the Bengals game with no Dak Prescott playing. That stream got like over 1.6K. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Because people actually love watching football, even with backups, so people like seeing it. But I'll do it. Yeah, it's worth it. For those type of consistent numbers every week. Nothing but grinding consistency, even in the off season as well. So I can't wait for that. Been there in the season.
So the 49ers on their Twitter page, Shanahan has confirmed quarterback has suffered a broken right ankle and will require season-ending surgery.
That's
surgery tomorrow.
Let's see.
But yeah, you guys might actually make the playoffs now.
Eric Branch from I don't know what newspaper. How did Jimmy Garoppolo look today? Kyle Shan, he looked good, still handsome. Idiot. Eric Branch.
But yeah, you guys have a shot at making the playoffs now with Jimmy G fully starting the whole year. If he's healthy now.
I don't know yet. That offensive line is crap. Jimmy Garoppolo had his first worst game, pass completion, 13 of 21. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, Mac Jones had a good game, 252 yards, 1 touchdown. He did throw an interception, but a lot of his passes, he was doing really well. All right.
That's our game. We won. I'm glad we won. Mm-hmm. I wish we would have saw more from the run game. That's my only take from the game, and also better play calling in the first half.
So this guy called Guy Herberman. He has a YouTube channel with like 15,000 subscribers. They talk a lot of 49ers. He said, I can't get over how many times this Trey Lance, Jimmy Garoppolo situation has looked insane and then somehow topped itself. No reason to think that's over with. So he's saying that this quarterback situation next offseason could be way worse than if you thought it was worse this offseason.
It's going to get worse now. Because, Jimmy G's going to be a free agent now after this year.
Let's see.
So, yeah.
If Jimmy Garoppolo balls out, I feel bad for the team that's going to pick him up because I got a feeling, and I hate doing predictions, but if Trey's done for the entire year, when Jimmy Garoppolo came in, he had a big grin in his face. When he got that touchdown, the entire team, wanted to pick him up, carrying him up like Rudy.
Yeah, the whole team rallied around him. They have more chemistry with him than most,
I can't believe I'm going to say this. What if Jimmy Garoppolo played the 49ers organization? Because this guy was like, I knew I was on the play. I didn't know I was on the play. I knew I was on the play.
Yeah, that's why he took the cap hit. He knew.
Yeah. Colin Coward is already predicting the Niners are going to win the Super Bowl.
Now, yeah, because, Trey Lance leaves now. They produce Super Bowl predictions. That's that Trey Lance bias, for dumping his daughter. His daughter was fine as hell, but, Kaepernick, he did what he did, yeah.
Oh, wait a second. this win is Trey Lance's victory. I forgot about the rule.
Oh yeah, technically he started the game. Technically,
so
he technically started the game.
And the Niners were winning 6-0 when Jimmy Garoppolo.
Trey Lance, yeah, that is a fact.
All right,
that is a fact. Yeah, until Garoppolo, even though you're still winning 6-0, but.
Yeah.
So yeah, it counts.
All right. So Trey Lance.
So he's 1-1 his career now.
He's
to start off
2-2.
next season.
He's 2-2.
Oh yeah, 2-2 now. Yeah, but at 500.
So technically, he only played. Hold on. Damn it.
At 500 records. So yeah.
I hate this technicality. All right, so 1, 2.
Count the last year's shit too. So yeah.
4. Trey Lance has played 15 quarters since the 2019 season. Yeah.
All right.
So that's about it.
Next week we got the Dolphins on Monday night, so I'm hosting that. Also the Commies in Washington next week. I'll get the thumbnail started on Monday. That's when I do all the thumbnails and spread picks editing. I get a lot of work done throughout the week. I have a clear schedule of editing throughout the week after I come home from work.
Hey, YTC, your boy Undisputed. He's a little bit off. He's a little bit off in the head, man. I don't want to sound fucked up, but he's a little bit off.
No, it's just him fucking around. That's all it is.
Hey, he could be fucking around, but like, yeah, something's not there. Again, I'm not talking shit about, but something's not there. I can tell people. I can read people. Yeah, and then, no disrespect, but like 3 times in a row, like he and Giants Nation have been arguing about something that Giants, and then he I don't know if he's trying to like convince Giants Nation, but yeah.
At this point, he said it himself right now, so we're gonna have to wait how the season pans out. I'm the same way as well. I'm waiting for the season to pan out. So
I will say this, and again, I'm going to continue to say that if Daniel Jones has a good year and your team has a really good year, it was coaching, not your quarterback. Your coaching. Yeah, I said Dave Ball is smart. He's smart. Yeah. So.
But I'll take it regardless, whoever the quarterback next year is. If Lamar, listen, as much as I love DJ, but if Lamar's in the market, I'm willing to pay Lamar that money. And you evolve him as a passer. He can pass, it's just the Ravens don't like to pass him a lot. You know what? Instead of running, so you increase the chances of injury, so yeah.
Oh, nothing but Niners. Those guys. I wonder if that dude, Mark Andrews, he's probably pissed off. Trey got hurt because he hates Jimmy Garoppolo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know.
That guy.
I know Niner talk.
Mm-hmm.
Real talk. I know they're gonna be upset.
Who's gonna be upset? The Trey said no.
The real talk, Niner talk.
Yeah, well, what they say.
They're like, no, we don't want Jimmy to get in the game.
Hey, at this point, you have to root for him. You may not like Jimmy G, but you have to root because he gives you the best chance to win every Sunday.
No, real talk, Niner talk. They hate Jimmy Garoppolo, especially that dude who used to be.
Well, they have no choice at this point.
No. Let me explain. There's a dude called Dollar Bill Will. Now he changed his name to Xerxes, whatever.
Xerxes, King Xerxes, like the Greek, the Persian king.
So he said that Jimmy Garoppolo fans are so stupid, and he really has hatred towards Jimmy Garoppolo. His name is I call him Dollar Bill Will, and he calls Rumble delusional, stupid. He attacked his fan base, and those guys, for whatever the reason, I don't hate them, but they're very delusional. They call themselves Real Talk Niner Talk. Nah, you guys are real biased Niner Talk.
Real delusional Niner Talk.
Yeah.
Nah,
That's the key.
they are good. They good. They good. They just talk. They're real. I don't think they don't like they don't hate Jimmy. They want to see if Jimmy's the quarterback. They want to see him succeed, but they just don't
I
want.
mean, if you're a team, at the end of the day, you're supposed to root for the team, regardless. Whoever's on your team,
Yeah.
you're supposed to root for, no matter what.
No,
I agree with what Undisputed said today. Even though I hated Evan Ingram, I still rooted for him when he was on the Giants.
Hey Corey, I respect your opinion. Just like Bryant, likes Grant Cohen. Now again, I respect Bryant. I just don't know why he likes him. But again, I respect you. But no, I've watched their stuff and they're always very antagonizing. They're very like, and again, that guy Dollar Bill Will, like every time, like, like, okay, man, but like, don't get so personal. And I remember, I think it was like 7, 8 months ago, where he called it on Rumble, and he attacked Rumble. He called Rumble a racist. He called Rumble a sexist. He said that Rumble only has Jimmy callers. If you're a Trey caller, you get kicked out. He accused Rumble.
Yeah, because it makes sense. He kicks out a Bears fan that came on the stream trolling them for the entire 6 months. Yeah, that makes sense.
I know. So like he basically was like, I'm tired of all these people, and they used to be cool, but now because and then there was this dude called Niner Mike, who's supposed to be from New Jersey. This guy has not called, like Rumble says, this guy has not called in almost a year now. So so maybe he also got sick and tired of Rumble's BS. And I've seen Rumble; he's lost several thousand subscribers because there are people who are like, so guess what? Where they go? They go to Grant Cohen because Grant Cohen is real. No, Grant Cohen is not real. Like, he was lucky that he jumped into YouTube during the pandemic, and he basically clickbait and exploded. So because I remember it was 4 people. It was Rumbo, Grant, John Chapman, and there was one more other person. There was one more person that had a good following. Trying to. Anyway, I jumped in there, and my views and my subscribers, it exploded. But then Jesse Naylor, Jack Hammer, Rob Shue, Eric Crocker, of course, CG. So many people just jumped in, and boom, they were on Grant Cohen's channel. And that's why CG was, like, and again, I don't want to talk behind CG's back, but I remember where he really wanted to be on Grant Cohen like once a week, and he wanted Grant Cohen to promote him and all that stuff. So that's where he went, but then he brought in some bad people, and then he learned a hard lesson, and that's why. So yeah, so we have so many content creators now that if you're not, like, Eric Crocker is up to 11K subs. John Chapman is about to hit 10K subs. Not Nothing But Niners. There was a 4th one. It was those 4. So yeah. And then Wayne Breezy. I remember when Wayne Breezy was just a YouTube channel, and then he exploded. Yeah. So, but I remember when all these content creators were like in a couple of hundreds, and I was beating them. So now I'm not trying to say I'm jealous, I'm angry. I'm just saying that if I would have started at the same time Jay and the Bay started, Jay and the Bay started 5 months before me, I would have did really good. But my mistake was trying to connect with those other fan bases, and that was my mistake. And of course, a few of CG streams where some of the fans and some of these people, I lost my temper. So here's what it is. Anyway, and that's enough about me. Let me stop talking about myself. My bad, everybody. My bad, Corey.
CEO done disappeared. Top.
I don't care about CEO. Like, if he doesn't want to show up, he doesn't have to.
Nope.
So,
Yep, I'm looking for the next game. See how Jimmy does, and now he's gonna have the full reps of practice. Hopefully, like I said, me and David did when we went through the whole season during the off season. We went through the schedule and then we said who's gonna win, who's gonna win. And I said the Denver game, I picked us to lose to Denver that time. But now I'm kind of switching it. I'm looking how Denver been playing. I think my Niners gonna win.
oh man. All right. I'm gonna be on for another 10 minutes because I gotta have some dinner and I gotta be up early. So I'll be on for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I'm only gonna be on for a little bit longer too.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. So now it is Broncos and 49ers. So that's gonna be fun. I might be able to have 2 Broncos guests on, so I'm gonna be also by that. Yep. Maybe I should get Rudy for the first Rams game because I like Rudy. He's very passionate about his team. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Well, I mean, at this point, he has to be a little bit humbled.
Yep. 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 Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I think I'm going to get Rudy for the first matchup because everyone's going to get payo time. And
All right, I'm back.
so
Had to check out my video, see how it looks on editing. So yeah, and use it back. So yeah, I'm back.
Ramilia.
Oh, Rudy's here?
No. I'm talking about my boy Rudy.
Yeah, what? I thought he was here. I'm like,
No, I'm thinking in 2 weeks I'm gonna have Rudy because I know payo time is gonna be on Jay in the Bay.
yeah. Well, they play the Cardinals next week, so
You'll probably go with CG. So I don't want to because payo's a bit too. So I think I'll get Rudy.
Mm-hmm.
I will check in on payo.
Yeah, when do you guys play them? Like the week after this week? Week 4?
And then Blake.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Monday night. Yeah, I forgot Monday night. I'm hosting that one. Yeah, Monday night.
So the next team that I actually have to do my research are the Panthers, and I hear the Panthers.
Yeah, the Panthers are horrible.
They're a great community.
No, the team's horrible, but the community you get from Panther fans I met, they're really cool.
No, there are a lot of Panthers content creators that have like 10K, 20K, and
from what I've met, the fans I've encountered that are Panther fans, they've been pretty chill about it. So yeah.
So that's about it.
It's
just sad that 703 or 70. Well, I'm gonna call him 703. Bounce Charlotte.
Hold on, give me a second.
I met him one time, and eventually last off season, not this past, but the off season before last, he passed away. So that was difficult. So, man,
that sucks to hear. Jesus. Yeah, that really sucks to hear.
So speaking of my Cal Bears, we played Notre Dame, and the referees.
Let me check on those.
The referees cheated the Bears. We lost 24-17, but Notre Dame is not good anymore. Like the way they're playing the last 3, they barely beat. No, they lost to Ohio State. They lost to Marshall, and the referees had to bail them out 3 different times, and we only lost by a touchdown. So
Well, so far we're
we got played,
you
and they were doing really well. It's just that touchdown that they got, they called an offsides on the field goal that they missed. But again, Notre Dame,
so far we're 3-0.
so
we got Oklahoma. I'm looking at the record right now.
So I don't know
4-0.
which Arizona, but the next week we're playing Arizona, either Arizona University or Arizona State.
So far 4-0, but yeah.
Conference play begins next week, so finally the games are going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, Awesome Kid is going to clown see you, and I forgot to read that comment. Yeah, Awesome Kid's definitely trolling.
All right, everybody. I'm going to bounce because I got to have some dinner. I'll see everybody tomorrow.
All right.
Cool.
All right, John Jay, take it easy, man.
I'll be doing a party show, the pick show on Wednesday again.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll definitely tune in for that, but yeah, anyway. Yeah, I got these pick'ems done. A lot of interesting games today.
Yeah.
I know. Who thought the Jets were going to beat the Browns? Who saw that coming?
Yeah, Garrett Wilson, yeah, at the end with the game-winning catch. The rookie, yeah. I didn't think... No, after the whole Panthers thing, I thought we were going to lose the Panthers game because the fucking off defense started to sell a bit. But then, yeah, we came back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got so far I'm 9-5 on the pick'ems, but yeah, tomorrow I have a chance to go 11-5.
Right now I'm 8 out of 6.
Yeah.
I have a chance to go 12-4.
11-5. Vikings and Bills have to win for my pick'em, so yeah. To go above, yeah, way beyond, yeah.
Yeah. But yep. I know there's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna be like, I'm mad at the coach. Cal. I'm mad at him for running. He's a trash.
Yeah.
I did not want to see Trey running up the middle. I was like, I was hoping this game that he was throwing more.
Mm-hmm.
And he just scramble when he have to. But not him running all the time. And plus he up the middle.
Mm-hmm. And also, yeah. No, for the Giants, I wish we could have ran the ball more in our game today. I wish we would have ran the ball more. We didn't run till like the second half. They shut down our run in the first half. We can't do that. We have to run on all 4 quarters of the NFL. We can't be a second half team. It happened again today. We had to come back from the second half to pull this one away.
Yeah. So Dave, I guess David, you get next week get to watch the 49ers, right?
I'll be hosting that game, yeah. I got Sunday Night Football I'm hosting.
Yeah, I'm definitely watching the game next week. It's on prime time.
Yeah.
So
my Giants don't play till Monday, so I got an entire Sunday set. So yeah, we got the Cowboys with Cooper Rush, so there's a chance at 3-0, but I'm only taking it 1 week at a time. I'm not underestimating Dallas either, even if they have Cooper Rush.
Well,
I'll take it 1 week at a time.
I was surprised that Dallas won. I was like, I thought the Broncos, not Broncos.
No, it's because the Bengals O-line can't cover. Really, the real winner of that game was really the Dallas defense. That gave them the opportunity to drive down the field. That was the real winner.
Well, I saw what Cooper Rush did when he came in for Dak, and I was going, "Oh wow, their season's done." But apparently, all he needs to do is practice.
Yeah, it's overtime, but yeah, they have to haul ass basically till like November till Dak comes back by Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I honestly do still think the Eagles are overrated. A lot of people are like, "Oh, they're good. They're a good football team." It's like
They had to get carried by a run game. They beat Detroit. Let's see how they go against the Vikings, another offensive powerhouse, and with a solid defense. I'm just waiting for week 3 because that's when we get our pass rushers back. We won our first 2 games without our top pass rushers because they're coming off a calf injury.
Week 3, we might just get the best blocking tight end in football back. At least I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Cedric, if you're still on here, sorry your Steelers lost today.
Oh, he's a Steelers fan. Okay. Yeah, I picked the Steelers to win, but yeah, it happened.
Yeah,
they
me
lost by
too.
3.
I was like, oh, Steelers lost.
Oh, let me check the spread. Let me check my spread picks. Let me go on my other video. I think I took the plus 10 on the Bears, but I lost that one. I thought the Bears were going to be at least within 10 points, but they lost by 17.
Yeah.
I thought they would have kept it somewhat close, but shit happens anyway. So I'm looking at the. Let me look at my spread picks. Click on the video. All right. I know I got the. I lost the I won the under, but I lost the spread because I took the Chiefs minus 3.5. They only won by 3. I lost by a half, so I went 1-for-1 that game. Crazy juice, yeah. I thought it was according to them.
Yeah.
Ravens. I lost the
What's up,
Ravens
Crazy
one, but
Juice?
I won the over. 2-for-2 so far. I won the Jets game. I took the Jets plus 6 and they won, and the over. So yeah, that's 4-2 right there. Giants. I lost the. Oh, I won the spread. I won the spread with the Giants, but I lost the over, because the game went 19-16. But I won the spread for the Giants. So
Dude,
that's
Geno Smith is going to be having nightmares about Nick Bosa for the next month. I mean,
I went
that
0-for-2
guy
on the Commies game.
sacked him twice, hit him 5 times, 7 quarterback pressures. Yeah.
I won the under for the Colts game, but I lost the spread. So I took the Colts, but I won the under. It was only 24 points. I also won the under for the Broncos, Bucks, and Saints game, and the -3 for the Bucks. So that's 2-0. I'm getting better at these spread picks, I see. Well, slightly. And I lost the under. Yeah, I lost the over on the Steelers game. I took the over on that one. That game only went 31 points. Steelers, yep. I lost that one. Falcons, I won, surprisingly, with plus 10. But, however, I lost the under, so yeah. Seahawks, I lost the plus 8. I took the Seahawks plus 8, but I lost that one. But I won. I lost the unders. I lost the over because they went to 34. I lost the Bengals -7. I also lost the over. I won with the 19-16, right? Yeah, I won the Texans plus 9 as well, and the under 44. Cardinals, I won. Also won the over. I think I won. Yeah, I won the over 29-23. That's 52 points. So I won the 2-0 there.
Oh boy.
I lost the over and the Bears. I lost both overs and spreads. Now for the Titans game, I took them at the plus 10 and I took the under on that one, 49.5. I took the under and took the over for the Eagles game at 51-2.
Well, the news is talking about the Queen's funeral and how all the world leaders are showing up over there right now. And Joe Biden made it up a partial flight of stairs. Right on. I don't wish bad things on my president, even if he wasn't necessary. You know what? Let's be honest here. When it comes to the president, show me a good candidate. My entire life, I think back to when there was a good candidate and nothing comes up.
That's why I don't want to get involved in politics. I never really. politics is not my thing. I feel the shit's two-partied anyways. It's the same thing, and both sides are equally flawed. That's just me, though.
It's true. That's a fact. Both sides are equally flawed.
Yeah, because there's no real peace towards it's all a compromise for something bad. For every good action, there's always a bad consequence. So it's useless to me at this point.
Yeah.
Because one solution might lead to another problem, and vice versa for each party. So yeah.
I've honestly always wanted a business owner to be president of the United States, and I never thought once in my life that Donald Trump would be the person, the business owner, to take that role. I never thought that would happen.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember like all the reporters, and I don't like the news reporters. They all suck. I'm not gonna lie. They all have their extreme bias, whatever way it is. But watching all those guys with the looks on their faces in shock, I will never forget that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was just a moment in my life. I'm like, wow, I'm gonna remember this. Just seeing them all.
What happened to what's his name? The Joe Sally.
He retired. Did he retire?
He retired. But I mean, he supposed to be doing TV. Supposed to be doing like
He does a broadcast, but I don't know what network he actually works for.
Yeah,
and I mean the man is skinny, dude. He lost a lot of weight.
He used to be on NBC. And right now I'm looking at them, he used to be with Whitner and all them. And now it's just Whitner's not there. It's just Whitner and I don't know who this tall guy is. And this other guy named Carlos.
Yeah, hey, Crazy Juice, the Colts didn't just lose to the Jaguars. They got goose egged, bro. That's like I'm starting to think Matt Ryan's washed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and close this down.
Okay. Very well. Yeah, I'll see you guys
on.
Yeah, no problem. I'll be live again tomorrow on Monday. So yeah, I'll see you there tomorrow night. Yeah.
All right, buddy.
All right.
I'll see you out.
I'll see you.
All right, Corey. You have a good night.
I'll see you Wednesday.
Yep, for sure. I'll be there, buddy.
All right. Go. Let's see the countdown. Oops. Was it